Welcome back. Money on Mobile's platform payment system is at the forefront of servicing all of those consumers in India's expected 7.5% GDP in 2017. That number exceeds 2.1 trillion US dollars. Making his very first appearance on New to the Street is Harold Montgomery, Money on Mobile's chairman and CEO. Mr. Montgomery, welcome to New to the Street.
Thanks, Ken. It's great to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
It's our pleasure. Let's get right to it. I want to get our viewers the 411 on Money on Mobile. How did it go from idea, concept, to what you guys are doing now?
Money on Mobile's been growing organically. We don't spend any money on advertising, and yet in 5 years we've reached over 200 million Indian consumers. That's very nearly 20% of the population. We do simple bill payment functions, electricity, gas. You can send money person to person. A typical Indian consumer doesn't have a bank account, but he has a very simple smartphone like this one we used to have here in the 1980s. We call it a feature phone. It'll text. And so they deposit cash with us, and then they text how to move the money around.
Let's talk about the business of doing business in India. It's a really fascinating part of the world with an interesting economy, with such a wide spectrum of income inequality among its people. There are the haves and the have-nots. How do you guys deal with that?
Yeah, India does have wide income disparity, but it's also, on average, one of the most equal societies. When you look at it across the board, you've got so many people that are doing well, making money. They don't make a lot by US standards. Middle class is $500 a month of income.
It seems like it's untapped wealth, a gem in this part of the world, in that part of the world, that's just waiting to be scooped up by Money on Mobile.
We are the leader in India doing mobile money for small value transactions. We have more users and more transactions than anybody in our space.
So how does Money on Mobile work for the consumer? I want to take the service. I'm in India. What do I do?
If you want to, let's say, add more prepaid time to your cell phone, you go to one of our stores, and we have 300,000 throughout the country where you can use Money on Mobile. You hand over your cell phone to the store proprietor, that's our agent, and you hand over the cash, and what he's going to do is move 100 rupees, let's say, about $1 or $1.50, onto your prepaid mobile account. It takes about 15 to 20 seconds, and you're on your way.
In terms of revenue that Money on Mobile generates, there's different ways that you guys
That's
make
right.
money. You offer a wide array of services. Let's talk
That's
about
exactly right. Mobile top-up, prepaid television, utility bill payment, person to person. We're now doing e-commerce, ticketing, and other things. So aggregating all that into one location makes us almost a financial services supercenter.
What is the average amount of money that a Indian consumer spends with Money on Mobile?
To buy prepaid airtime, it's only about $1, but to send your paycheck back, that's $50 transaction. So it's everything in between. But our system is designed to handle very small value transactions. So for example, this is a shampoo purchase in India. It costs 3 rupees, that's about a nickel. And we can process that and make a little bit of money on it. So we can do these very small transactions successfully.
So in 2016, how much money was spent by Indian consumers with Money on Mobile?
We have processed to date about $1.8 billion. Now that's lifetime to date. Just last year, we processed in the neighborhood of about 750 to 800 million US dollars. So we're growing very rapidly.
Are you surprised in 2017 that you've found this gem in India and it hasn't become more advanced than you guys are at right now in terms of what you guys give them technology-wise, that it's not there already?
Well, we've already touched 200 million Indian consumers. We're doing 5 to 8 million transactions a month. We've got 330,000 points of presence.
Mentally, what do you get out of it when you visit India?
You know, I get really excited about Money on Mobile when I can talk to a dock worker in Calcutta who took a lunch break to come over to our store, and he filled up his wife's cell phone in 500 miles away, his cell phone, and he sent home $50 in cash to his wife. And I asked him, why did you come here to Money on Mobile? He says, I can do all of this in one place and I can be back at work and I'll make more money if I do. We work a lot with women in India. Women are 70% of the unbanked population. There's 800 million unbanked. Most of them are women. We work a lot with women, and this is a job opportunity for women to become agents. And it's really exciting for me to see and go and work with women in Calcutta and Delhi and Bangalore and other places where they're adopting Money on Mobile as a home business opportunity.
What is the advantage for anyone watching thinking about parking their money in Money on Mobile?
I think you're looking at the only mobile money play in the public market, number one, anywhere in the world. Number two, you're in the biggest market for what we do, and you've got a company that's growing very rapidly.
Now we must take New to the Street on the road sometime and go to India and spend spend a week. It's just the culture is fascinating, and
It is.
what you guys are doing is fantastic.
You'd love it. Come on over, Ken.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
He is Harold Montgomery, Chairman and CEO of Money on Mobile. For more information, you can visit newtothestreet.com and moneyonmobile.in. Coming up, we're having a talk about conventional money that's virtually unconventional. Could you cash in? You're watching New to the Street.